The Brave Little Mouse and the Lost Kitten. Benny was a small gray mouse who lived under a big, cozy tree in a quiet meadow. He was the smallest mouse in his family, but he had the biggest heart. Benny was always curious and loved to explore. He often went on little adventures, running through tall grass, climbing tiny hills, and meeting new friends. One bright morning, Benny was gathering crumbs near the edge of the meadow when he heard a soft cry. It sounded sad and lonely. Benny's tiny ears perked up, and he looked around. He followed the sound until he found a little kitten sitting all alone in the middle of the meadow. The kitten was white with big blue eyes, and she was crying softly. "Hello," Benny said, standing on his tiptoes so the kitten could see him. "Why are you crying?" The kitten looked down at Benny and sniffled. "I am lost. I can't find my way home. My name is Mia, and I don't know where my family is," she said sadly. Benny felt sorry for Mia. Even though she was much bigger than him, he knew she was just a baby, like him. "Don't worry, Mia. I will help you find your way home," Benny said bravely. Mia looked surprised. "Really? You would do that for me?" she asked, her eyes brightening a little. "Of course," Benny said. "Friends help each other. Follow me, and we will find your family." So, Benny and Mia set off on their adventure together. Mia was a bit clumsy, so Benny helped her walk around bushes and hop over small rocks. They walked through the meadow, past colorful flowers and buzzing bees. Benny chatted happily, telling Mia all about the different animals they might meet. As they walked, they came across a family of ducks swimming in a pond. Benny called out to them, "Hello, Mr. Duck. Have you seen Mia's family?" Mr. Duck quacked and shook his head. "I haven't seen any kittens, but try asking the wise old owl. He lives in the tall oak tree by the river," Mr. Duck said. Benny thanked Mr. Duck, and they continued on their way. They walked for a long time, and Mia started to feel tired. Benny noticed and stopped. He pointed to a shady tree nearby and said, "Let's take a break, Mia." Mia lay down and sighed. "Thank you, Benny. I was so scared when I got lost, but I feel safe with you." Benny smiled and patted Mia's paw. "That's what friends are for. We'll find your family, I promise." After resting, they reached the tall oak tree by the river. Benny called up to the branches, "Mr. Owl, are you there?" The wise old owl opened one eye and looked down. "Who is calling me?" he asked in a deep voice. "It's me, Benny the Mouse, and my friend Mia. She is lost and can't find her way home. Do you know where we can find her family?" Benny asked. The owl thought for a moment. "Ah, yes, I did see a family of cats near the farmer's barn. They looked worried. Perhaps that is Mia's family," Mr. Owl said. "Thank you, Mr. Owl," Benny called out happily. Mia was thrilled, and they hurried toward the farmer's barn, following the owl's directions. On their way, they crossed a field where some chickens were pecking at the ground. Benny waved to them and asked, "Hello, have you seen Mia's family nearby?" The chickens clucked and pointed with their beaks toward the barn. "Yes, they are right over there." "They were calling for someone named Mia," one chicken said. Hearing this, Mia got excited and started running toward the barn. Benny tried to keep up, but his little legs were tired. Mia noticed and stopped, letting him hop on her back so they could hurry together. Benny held on tight as Mia dashed to the barn. When they reached the barn, they heard a familiar voice calling, "Mia, Mia, where are you?" It was Mia's mother. Mia meowed loudly, and her mother came running out, followed by Mia's two siblings. "Mom," Mia cried as she ran to her family. They nuzzled and purred, happy to be together again. Benny watched the happy reunion with a big smile. He was glad he could help Mia find her family. Mia turned to Benny and said, "Thank you, Benny. I couldn't have found them without you." Mia's mother looked down at Benny and said, "You are a brave little mouse. Thank you for helping Mia. You are always welcome at our home." Benny felt proud and a little shy. "It was nothing. Friends help each other," he said with a smile. Benny waved goodbye to Mia and her family and headed back to his home under the tree. He felt happy and warm inside, knowing he had helped a friend in need. Moral of the story: helping others is the best way to make friends. No matter how big or small you are, you can always make a difference with kindness.